Hello there, folks. Welcome back to Experimental Magic. So today, we've got a deck that's very tall and not wide, because the deck is going to go tall and not wide. So, one thing I've noticed is a very common trend for Merfolk is it encourages you to go wide. Like, you have to overcommit to make it actually any good, which is kind of its own downfall. Either the opponents can deal with it or they can't. But that goes for any deck. What's the difference with the one that's forcing you to overcommit? Oh yeah, it means that you can't be adaptive. So we're going to go a different route with that. So the first thing I want to do, this deck was inspired by Merfolk Windrobber, by the way. So it has nothing to do with Windrobber, I'd like to add. So what I was trying to do was go with evasive here. Evasive. Can't be blocked. Flying. Draws a card, whatever. Flying. Evasive. That's the plan was. Well, I wanted to go tall. I was looking at Thieving Skydiver. It's got a kicker where you just equip an equipment. Like, well, I wonder what kind of equipment I've got. Started looking through. Colossus Hammer. Okay, sure. Colossus Hammer. Sounds good. Well, what do I got in my creature types? Oh, I've got a warrior here. I've got a warrior here. Cool. Resolute Strike then. So we've got Hammer Time Fish. I don't know how to put those words together in a combination that actually sounds good. I mean, the fish look freaking hammered, and that's the best I could do with the title. But anyways, this is our deck. We're going to do Hammer Time with Merfolk. We're on the play. We have 3 hammers and no way to actually... come on. Let's just not do that. Let's not get involved in that kind of nonsense. That sounds terrible. We have bad mana. That hand's useless. And no equipment, but we have Merfolk. Alright, fine. Break me down. Fine. Skydiver's probably acceptable. Silvergill's acceptable. Sure. We Windrobber. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Keep. We'll go with Windrobber. Opponent on red. Lava Runner. Botanical Sanctum. Sure. I suppose we're helping the Lava Runner if we mill the right cards. We do not. Reveal a Skydiver. Still not seeing much of anything yet. Another Windrobber. We're set up for Chain Whirler to be awful for us. Thermal Alchemist, so just dumb burn deck. Opponent a little afraid to come in. Cool. Hover over our cards aggressively. We're milling their lands, so hopefully that actually does something. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Skydiver. I probably don't need it immediately, so we'll just do this and we'll play tap land. So none of our equipment in the mold of 5. Lovely. Our opponent is just straight burn everything out. If they target our creatures, it might be okay to an extent. I'm trying to figure out what's up. I don't know what they're trying to solve here. Some combination of cards. They're still hovering over them. Like, what? They got a burn spell and they're trying to figure out... They go straight to face. They're trying to see what's a threat and then just go straight to face anyway. I mean, okay. Rosethorn Halberd. That opens up Silvergill Adept to get in some damage because they'll be less inclined to actually block that. Let's send those in. We might turn Lava Runner live here. It might happen. Dogs are being loud. Our opponent holding the game hostage with Thermo Alchemist. Thank you. Man, we haven't milled over a single one of their cards that actually turns on Lava Runner. But we have been dealing with all their... Like, they're not missing land drops, and we're just taking all their lands away from them. Of course. We're stopping their flood from happening. Our opponents just... Yeah, they're just mindless burn. Nothing impressive here whatsoever. They're never attacking for some reason? Okay. Swing in. Gotta start caring sometime, opponent. Pyromancer goes and dies off. Random map. Sure. And Wizard's Lightning, so now Lava Runner's live. I think I'd just rather do Thieving Skydiver and make it a live card. Just for the attacks, I think. You know what? Let's see if we can find a land. Not the kind of land I'm looking for, but sure. Cast with Kicker. This can't be 0. Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind. I would like to hammer home how big this is for my opponent. It's big. Let's see if they can get there. Seems the evasive creatures might have been just a touch better. Anyways, our opponent has what? Viashino Pyromancer. So yes, they are indeed, as advertised, a mindless burn deck. Sure. Thieving Skydiver is not currently flying. I think my opponent did not catch that one. They actually had an untap available. We're in! We're on the play! We have 2 Colossus Hammers and a Thieving Skydiver, so we at least have that play for turn 3. Giltgrove Stalkers any other time. Colossus Hammer turn 1. Let's see how they like this play. Bam! Donk! I suppose we could get the white off of this, just for future stuff. Our opponent playing Is It? Our opponent potentially playing counterspells. Definitely playing counterspells. Fairy Vandal. Never mind. Let's just throw some stuff out there and get annoying. Our opponent is going to do nothing. Okay. I'll just play around you. Hammer. See, they're so scared of the equip that we're going to get away with so much damage from Giltgrove Stalkers. Improbable Alliance, sure. While holding up negate at all freaking times. So scared. Like, we're winning the game on the back of these hammers just simply being in play. Is that our window? I don't know. That said, Skydiver's not exactly helping matters. Like, it's just not being useful right now. I suppose we could just keep playing lands. Like, eventually we can just equip a hammer, right? 8, 5, 6... Let's jam it on there. When we bounce it, we can replay. No big deal. So they're trying to punk this. We're going to just send in this for the moment. I'm not walking into open mana, period. Just not gonna happen. The mana is way too open. That's probably good for us, honestly. Maybe I should be doing pre-combat checks like that, so that I can get in with Giltgroves. Like, if they're all counterspells. Alright. Skydiver then. They didn't draw an additional card. This is not a free trigger for anything other than Crackling Drake, gaining a greater presence here. Yeah. I'm aware, opponent. Windrobber becomes live when they start doing their trigger a little bit more often. Throwing away their counterspells. Good lord at the counterspells. No wonder the deck isn't online. They're loaded up with counterspells. Sending those in, yeah, I was going to say, I'll totally reply to that one with my own answer. Alright, land. We're a pile of land. Our opponent is a pile of chump blockers. Yep. Those are the ones they can do at instant speed, by the way. These Vandals are not even remotely threatening yet. That's 8 cards in the yard. What's this one require? Okay. So this is a sack available now to us. And I'm probably going to take it soon. Let's take it. Oh, come on. I'm losing my creatures because of that. Let's see. They can just continue to attack with the Skydiver. Rosethorn is going to be just part of my critical mass eventually. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8 right here. Realizing that I had 8 mana, I did not realize I had 8 mana. I want them to do plays here to react. That's what I want out of them. I want shocks out of them. I want them doing stuff. I want them panicking. making chump blockers. Again, I'll just add the equip. Got more removal? Got more removal. Alright! Rosethorn Halberd's not doing anything for us right now, because these 5/6s are just too large. So our opponent's just found nothing but removal and chump blockers. It's one deck that's definitely got way too many chump blockers. That's a lot of damage, by the way. You got more removal? This time they have to block with something relevant. Cool. They were tapped down, so now we have Windrobber again. Which means that we can defend against any Fairy Vandal garbage. Sprite Dragon exists. Yep. More chump blockers, but we'll see. We'll see. Windrobber's not helping. Terramander exists. We're getting to the point where it can be scary, this crackback. That just leaves them dead. Let's remind them. Let's absolutely freaking remind them. Let's make it absolutely abundantly clear that they forgot that one. On the play, pile of lands. Well, we'll manually equip. We'll manually equip it. Fine, whatever. We'll start Silvergill. I'm receiving every Botanical Sanctum at this current time. Giltgrove Stalker, a little better. Drowned Secrets, our opponent is just simply going to mill us. Alright, I suppose this is just better overall. We'll put the hammer in play. There it is. Prison Realm, our Mistbinder or Adept, I'm not sure. Mistbinder. Our opponent just playing boring blue-white control. Our hand not exactly helping us out here or doing us any favors whatsoever. We do need an attach card to kind of make it go. Zorius Locket, sure. Resolute Strike says you dying today, my friend. Yep, Merfolked. So what can we say about Merfolk going tall? Hammer time Merfolk, sure. Resolute Strike is obviously just great with the warrior stuff. Fine. Mist-Cloaked Herald and Stalker are perfectly acceptable choices here for that kind of thing. But yes, you can make a blue-white deck that's going to attach them. Or you can make a Jeskai deck that's going to include Nahiri, so that you always have a hammer time something going on, right? That's totally possible, and then you just add other equipment that's going to fly, like specifically flying, like Maul or Maul's Skyclaves, for example. So just extra examples. So yeah, Mauled Skyclaves, Colossus Hammer, you can do all these extra things. I chose Thieving Skydiver's Rosethorn Halberd because it's the first free equip. But if they kill off the creature, let's say we got Mist-Cloaked Herald turn 2, we fire it up and it becomes a 3/2. But they shock it. Well, the next turn we can Thieving Skydiver, we can pick that up and can keep going. So that was kind of what I had in mind, is some practical aspect there. Because Rosethorn Halberd, it's a good equipment. It really is. It's just, there's other methods of doing things. But yeah, it's really, really good. For one of those, like, super low to the ground decks, like we have here. So yeah, like, theoretically, you can, like, get rid of the Windrobber or the whole Merfolk package, but Hammer Time with Skydiver and Resolute Strike, making 8 sources, throw in a Nahiri, that's 12 sources, being able to equip Hammer, plus whatever else, and then you add your evasion tricks. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's real good. So yeah, I'm looking at Hammer Time. I'm definitely looking at it. We'll come back to it. And we'll include this information, just remember it. With that, hope you enjoyed. Hope something was learned today. Maybe you're a Merfolk fan and wanted to just find anything, any reason to play Merfolk again. Well, here you go. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.